Hey there, defenders of the Pilgrim ship. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 18, Nobody Harms Liara and Lives. And we're still in power negative because of, yeah. So the biocoded weapons, I'm going to reduce radius. The smelter weapons are going to reduce radius. And then the tainted peril, I'm going to reduce radius. That way we're not like running all over the place getting the stuff. Breakfire's inspired surgery. I would love to do surgery on Liara. There's just nothing I can implant at the moment. So once Liara's up, we'll send Atla and the people with weapons. And I think I'm going to take an auto pistol over a bolt action. Bolt actions have good range, but you don't need range for the for anything up here. So unrestricted, or not, because there's 1% HP left on this door. Can they raise a broken battery? Yeah, it's already fixed. Well, there's nothing in there, but yeah, that's pretty funny that it was like 0.01. This is probably a drop pod. And then check this room. Got components and steel. Don't really care about components and steel. I have plenty. I'm going to be here for higher quality loot items. So there's going to be a lot of boxes that I ignore. Oh, interesting. I can't path there. Okay, well, that could be fixed. There might be an enemy in here, so I'm not going to pop this open without backup. Sometimes... Nope, not an enemy, but definitely a dead person. And the heavy SMG is very better than Peddling's weapons, so I'll have them switch. Oh, another one. Another corpse. He doesn't have any... Well, he has meals, I guess. And that's everything for this section. So I'm going to give everyone a break. I'm going to forbid the things I don't really care about. So we don't even bother hauling them. And I think everyone has a little bit more energy to keep going. They're a little sleepy, but they're fine for now. Boring. There we go. Gravelite panels, that's not bad. Leave that to, let's say, peddling to collect, and we'll check out here next. If you zoom all the way out, if you're wondering why I'm constantly zooming all the way out, it's a way to see enemies, because they'll highlight. So mag, you'll get this stuff. And then this is the last one we'll clear tonight. Okay, boring. Neither of you construct. Bummer. Because there will be gravelite panels in that mechanoid ship chunk. I think that's the only mech ship chunk. Yeah. We're doing a pretty good job clearing this place out. Already got some panels, that's kind of nice. It'll be really nice once I have more grav cores for, like, infinite power. Well, not infinite, but not having to worry about power consumption. I cannot wait. Just waiting for everyone to have their morning meals, and then I think everyone is all set to go. I do have another suit. So I'm going to have Aram wear it, and then he can start hauling the things, and then I'll do the same with Ink. There's zero risk of them slave rebelling up in space. They just can't rebel. There's nowhere for them to go. So although they will have suppression fall rate when they're not in their slave apparel, there's at least not a risk of them revolting. So orbital slave colonies are like definitely meta. If you're, evil. Which we happen to be evil. The thing is, like, even if you wanted to rebel, all we would really have to do is, like, take off the planet without you, and then you're just marooned in space to die, to starve. Like, you can see why, functionally speaking, they would not be a problem up in space, because where are you gonna go? You would just be dead. This ain't home. So there's just the northeast section left to be done. Just a few more rooms. Not bad at all. That's so little silver, I'm not even going to bother making a trip for that. But now Aram and Ink are collecting the stuff while we systematically clear. And I think at this point, Mag and peddling, I am going to dismiss you for hauling. I haven't faced anything dangerous enough to warrant having a full crew. These debris platforms tend not to have a lot of threat compared to other places, compared to like Gravcore areas. They'll just have the initial scavengers that are aggressive. Now there are advanced component boxes here, so before I leave, I'm going to do a tech search for advanced, because it's possible that I bypassed advanced component box. But I think that's it. I think all of the... all the rooms that I wanted to search are searched. So, there is one advanced box and it's here. And that's the only one I care to open. If I search hermetic crate, opened, and if I search sealed, there is a sealed crate I missed. No, I opened it. Never mind. So, we're good. We're 100%. Now it's just about resource collection, and then we'll blast off. So the question is where to go to next. We can go to another orbital platform. My idea here is, it might be a bad idea. We are down food again because we've been in space for a bit. If we want to go to the surface, there is the frozen terraformer down this way, so we could head south for food to be a jump away from the frozen terraformer. There are the ancient complexes, although I will argue that they're far less sexy than the Odyssey destinations. So where to go to next would be Gravcore, towards food. That's about it. Just those two options, so feel free to vote for one of the two. Praetor in the crosshairs. I don't have room for you. Sorry. Oh, there's actually one more thing that we could do, which is, oh, never mind. We can't accept wall and space, so we'll have to land first. But the, our ideological relic. Is there? Huh. So these guys are idle, but if I tell them to haul the vac suit stuff, they're like, oh, I found room to haul that? Which is weird, that they don't acknowledge that that stuff needs hauling. Bit of a head scratcher, that. But I think that was just about all that I really had left to grab. So it's kind of moot. No, it's not Forbidden Zones. They are unrestricted entirely. And it's not shelving, because there was plenty of shelving. So I think it was just weirdness. I don't think it was because they're on a shelf. It's, well, maybe, but it's a claimed shelf. Well, it's preferred. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my shelves be important, and then my kitchen shelves be critical. To try to counteract that problem for the future. I don't know. That's probably what it is, but it's weird that I could easily haul it if I right-click. So we can already take off, but I'm going to wait till the morning to go towards food. And we'll head southbound towards the frozen terraformer, but also towards food. Yeah, here they go. So the change of priority and arms already hauling the helmet. I mean, at this point, I don't need that many more vac suit sets. We're pretty good on that. So everyone's restricted to the ship. And then we'll wait for Liara to wake up. What about the mech ship chunk that had the panels? It got broken down. We pulled the panels in. That's why we have 70 panels. Yep. Tech search said I did it. And now that we have the additional panels... Oh, wow. We can get real close, but not quite there. So what we want to be looking for is a place down here that will be... Increase animal activity, animal life. So that is probably the best spot. But I'm going to see if there's like an ibex habitat would be maybe even better. Because then that guarantees easy to hunt animals. So I'll go there. Ibex habitat. I'll click a few more times to see if there's even a sexier habitat. But that's probably going to be the best. So, tally-ho! Another thing we can do while we're there is to add the last 2 thrusters to the ship, and then maybe reposition it so it looks a little bit less funky. So the current priority is to stock, food, and prep to go to Terraformer. Before we land, we've got uranium there. Awesome. Let's check for plasteel. None. Uranium and silver ore. No jade. And the uranium is like kind of in the middle of the map. So maybe I'll land like that. Oh, I don't want to block where I might add engines, though. When you're in orbit, is range increased? No, it's a gravity ship. The concept of the grav ship is it doesn't follow the laws of gravity. So up and down doesn't matter. It's just range. And it's explained to you, like, pretty thoroughly in text in game when you're using the ship. All right, before we go anywhere, everyone Slave take off all sets. Everyone else takes off armor. Yeah, there is Ibex here. Oh boy. There is Ibex here. Food shan't be a problem. So the valid path into the base is still this front door because it's completely open. So if we get raided by anything, they're definitely going to be like coming in the front door. That's no problem. I would like to continue research into piano, because that's what is required for Archon. And then start fabricating. Oh, no, let's turn that off for now. But start fabricating and then top up our chem fuel with plants once we've done enough cooking. If you're wondering about the search function, it's this button here, and it lets you search whatever you want. So if I search, like, combat shotgun, it will tell me that mag has a... or chain shotgun, sorry. Mag has a chain shotgun. And there's another one right there, which it honestly shouldn't be there. But whatever. We'll be smelting in a minute. There we go. Smelt, smelt, smelt. Alright, RM. Let's get some of that uranium. So one of the reasons why I bought all the dyes is I intend to set up my kill box made out of uranium and then dyeing it purple, so I know that it's been armored. So like purple ship sections are like the toughened ones. The other thing I wanted to do, and mentioned, was get better spaces for the engines. So I might do something that looks a little ugly, but like it will function well. We'll see. I will likely be tinkering with it a bunch. So much hunting. Oh, who's allowed to hunt? Should be a lot more of you. There we go. That will be a big change. I don't mind pedaling getting the practice in, but a lot more people should be allowed. What's the purpose of having more engines? Oh, the more engines you have, the less likely are to have crashes when you land. So these guys are breachers attacking immediately. That's kind of annoying. Of course, our ship is not set up for breachers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some royal favor here. So I called in a favor with the Royal Empire, using my rank. Oh god, he has a Doomsday Launcher. Get away, get away! Oh, Jesus. I did not realize they don't play. Oh, okay. It'd be like that. No, don't strip them. That would piss him off. Okay, let's see. Screw you guys. Ouch! Liara got shot. A lung. Well, I guess Bionics is, you know what? I'll just take an organ from the enemies. Breakfire has an inspired surgery for 5 more days. So, let's have him do that. Break, you go heal her. And then you guys take cover behind things. Whoa! What happened to you? Brain destroyed? Okay, that explains a lot. Why are you chasing me the... Oh, well, you do have a knee spike. Alright, you go away. Alright, they're fleeing. Cool. We need one of them alive for the purpose of organ donation. And then healing Doe. Actually, he's going to live a long time because he's not, he doesn't have any, like, permanent injuries. Taking a look. You're a night owl. You're not bad at combat, but, like, you're probably going to be my organ donor. Liara, you, now that you're patched up, let's have you go wreak some havoc. Everyone else is unforbid. And then I need a prison place for the soon-to-be organ donor. So I will make one quickly here. To capture. Extracting skulls. And then also stripping, because you have recon armor. Alright, Jester. Sickly, nervous, body purist, unwaveringly loyal, and also going to be captured. Ponce. What about you? Sanguine misogynist? Oh, misogynist, are you? Hello, misogynist. Let me change your mind. See? You're not better. You're a corpse. You there. You come to attack me, you're also dead. Anyone else? That's it? Cool. Okay, we are in the power positive. We are already preparing an organ donor. And we have... Oh, what are you eating? I saw this squirrel come in as if there was like food that they had access to. Which is weird, because I don't think they do. We could also rescue Doe, because he's of the Empire and will be happy if we they'll be happy if we rescue. So, do that as well. It was rough that they just, like, got nuked. But, you know, that's how it'd be. I don't intend to keep either of these prisoners, so what I intend to do is to set up, like, an organ harvesting place that's going to be safer than... And just taking their organs. Oh, look at you. Green armor. In fact... Good quality. Yeah, I'm gonna wear that. That is what we call dibs. I don't think I'm gonna need much more skulls after this. Did you heal him? No. Alright, slaves, you are going to have to give up your bedrooms. I don't really know where to put you, though. You know what? Yep. These are bedrooms. Enjoy. So this will be an operation room to take organs. Alright. Create a... So we're going to want more wood for chem fuel. Let's go ahead and just make a steel bed for now. Oh, you're still shot. How'd that happen? I don't recall getting hit twice. Well, at least I noticed before she collapsed. So the thing, if I want to do a surgery... Doe has an infection. If I want to do a surgery, I need to do the surgery... So if I want to implant a lung into Liara with the inspiration, Liara has to be the one to take the lung from Jester or Loring, which means she needs to be a little bit healthier because her surgery success chance is probably pretty bad right now. Sympathetic prisoner. Paralyzed prisoner for honor? I'll consider it. I'm not ready to do that right now, though. So Atla, preach health to Liara so that she can recover for the surgery. And a war merchant coming in from the Bossonites. I don't think a tribal combat merchant is going to be at all useful for us, but, you know, whatever. And trade, they want 1 grav core for honor. No, I don't want to give you a grav core. Sounds like a really terrible deal to me. Let's trade with these guys before they, like, just overrun our colony. Because there's a lot of them, and they're, like, way up in our pace. We'll give away the, or trade away the Lucy, because we have a ton of Lucy, ton of Yayo. We'll take herbal meds, because we can always use that. Golden breach X. How to make this fair? I don't really want your pemmican. So we'll keep the Yayo. Keep some of the Lucy. Okay, it works. So hopefully she recovers quickly so that I can do the organ surgery and take advantage of the inspiration. That's the push now. Why are grav cores even valid for trade there? I don't know. I would never consider it though. God knows. It's honestly stupid. Terrible trade. But it is a valid one, technically speaking, so sure. You know what? Maybe I'll move these here. So, the question that was asked a while ago, the reason for more thrusters, each additional thruster adds range to your ship so you can go farther, and then each additional thruster also reduces your chance to crash. I didn't fully answer that question before it was asked, because then I was immediately rated. So, you max out at 4 small, 6 large. Anything beyond 4 small, 6 large, you don't benefit from, but the idea is to get, you know, that's the best you can get, so that's what we're working towards. Is now we have 6 large, 4 small, and that will allow us to have the best possible outcome for launches. That also means I can get rid of some of this ugliness out of here. Fixing up the appearance and look. Because everything we had done up to this point was kind of like makeshift. just to get us, you know, off the ground. So now we can fine-tune. A cold snap. All right. Well, that means this map tile is going to absolutely suck for food soon. But our ship's like ruggedized for vacuum space temperatures. So like a little bit of cold snap should not be that much of an issue. Shouldn't this be... Oh, right. This should also allow for marine. So how about all armor is allowed that is smeltable? That is... Ooh, that's not true. I'll go through it. Cataphract. So things that will yield plasteel, we will bother hauling when tainted to smelt. So there we go. Smeltable plasteel armor is not the name of the zone. So the ship's gravelite panel, or the thrusters, are a little bit nicer placed, I would say. If anything, I would want to move these small thrusters up. The idea that I had eventually is to encloak the thrusters with a shroud like this, so that they can't be easily targeted, so there's no valid targets for the ship outside. And to that end, maybe I'll work towards that now. So putting my double thruster, or my single thrusters here. Yeah. Piano research is done. Well, I know that bionic replacements is going to be kind of nice. So that's next. Liara, what is your surgery success chance? 83%? That's good enough. Loring, you are going to lose a lung. Gross! Actually, it's like really not a hard mech cluster to defeat. I don't know what's in the pod, but everything else is kind of like pathetic. One smoke launcher and the whole thing goes boom. And there's the lung. Perfect. So Liara, you are going to be given the best possible medicine. You're going to be given a right lung, and Breakfire is going to do it right now with his inspiration. RM just got inspired creativity. Oh boy. Oh boy. I would really like to get a legendary throne. I don't have access to marble at the moment. Vaxstone throne, I guess, as a compromise. I can do a Vaxstone. Is there... What is made of marble out here? Besides their shelves. Not a whole lot. So if we really wanted marble, we'd have to go somewhere else. Got it. Well, I think I'll settle for a Vaxstone. I mean, she is a ship mistress, so I think that's fine. And the surgery went off without a hitch. And I think, I don't really want to make my money organ harvesting. Just like, that is not something that we're particularly interested in doing as a faction. So, I'm planning on just, like, executing Jester and Loring. In my own fashion. I know I'm nearly out of, time on the stream, but, I'm gonna go a little bit longer just to get things squared away. The good news is we have plenty of food. We did stock up on that. And we are very close to the frozen transformer. And we've also been refilling our chem tanks, although we have a lot more work to do on that front, because there's more tree cutting and the like to be done. Gamble on the quality? Yeah, we weren't releasing them. They might have thought we were releasing them, but unfortunately for them, that was never really our intention. Cleaning up the home zone now that we have engines in a different spot. And soon, Jester will be able to move, and Jester will face the same. Guess we'll take your skull, too. Can we release Jester already? I set him to... Oh, no. That probably explains it. Releasing! I think Jester heard the gunfire, because he is, he's booking it. I don't think that was enough, but he was like, I need to run! That's, well, yeah. I could do a trial public execution, but, like, I don't care. She wanted target practice, so she got target practice. As far as loose ends to tidy up, I think what I'll do is work drive. Oh, you know what? I really want Arum making this, not Mag. So I'm going to work drive Arum. We have a lot of plasteel, and that plasteel is going to become like Bionics once Bionics is researched. I was sort of considering temporarily adding another Chemgen. I do want to move away from Chemgen as a fuel source and move towards GrabCore, but the simple fact of the matter is we are super hurting for power at the moment, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So I'm going to put a Chemgen in the slave quarter because I don't care about their feelings, and that will help to keep the power on. We're nearly done. So this batch of chem fuel, I'll make sure to load into the gen, and that gives me more wiggle room for ship power. Because now we're in grid excess, and I can keep, like, research bench and kitchen on. Do I have wake up anywhere? I do. Hey, Arum. Take some wake up. And then back to work. I also realized when I changed the priority of the shelves, some of the research materials got moved. That's not correct. So if I'm lucky, the quality of this this throne will easily allow the throne room's impressiveness to jump up, and as a result, will make it really easy to fulfill the Archon title requirements that we'll have. All right, go away, Doe. And I've work-driven and wake-upped Aram, so he's just full-time. No, don't stand on it, you freaking idiots. They're like wandering around, standing on the throne. So dumb. Wow, what did you? Excellent. You made what? You made a good. Fine. It's still better than what I had. Actually, is it? This is 2265. Yeah, it's better than what I had. But what a letdown. He had an inspiration, so it elevated one quality level, and he managed a good. It's fine. It is what it is. It does kick the impressiveness up into 162, which allows us to have like a little bit of filth in the throne room without lowering the quality of the throne room. And I think this is... Oh, you know, there's actually a little bit more tidy work left to do, and then that will be where I leave off. It makes it really easy for me to have like a clean slate for next stream, so I don't have to remember to do all these like small housekeeping type tasks. But I think we are done with the housekeeping tasks. So now, finally, this is where I am going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow pilgrims of Liara.